head stability and how to control it with core strength. You don't. That's not how head stability in a baby works. It's really not how it works with us either. And that's why so many people have back issues, because they're looking for this core strength. It's bothering me because I was just about to review a baby's video and it's no longer there. So either they didn't want to wait for me to get back to them or didn't think I was going to do it. But guys, there's a lot of babies coming in and I'm trying to help everybody. And you're pinned up and I'm going, but when I'm working with people or working on my books, I can't be on Facebook all the time, but nobody's on Facebook as much as me. That being said, when you're seeing a baby, right, and especially that has this slosh to it, okay, it's not a good sign. When a baby is born, first the head presents from the vaginal canal in a rotation, right? And then from that, you get the extension of the spine. Now, I wish I could use this video and out of privacy to a parent. I totally get it that I cannot. But it looked like the doctor had dropped the child. And really what it was it's proving my point. So the child that was born had a genetic condition, and that just being born was succumbing to gravity. Okay? To oppose gravity, you need a rotation. And when you don't have rotation, especially when the DNA is broken, the baby wants to be floppy. So the placenta birthed, but not the baby. The baby came down, and the doctor wasn't expecting it. Literally was catching the child. So these are the first mechanics. And then what happens, if you have the patience for it, you can actually place a baby on the belly. It's called a breast crawl. And they will look at the breast, and they look like little turtles that have just been hatched, and they come across your belly, and you think that you're just going to latch on to the nipple that they've been looking at, the breast tissue, and they literally lift their heads like snapper turtles and go to the other one, and they latch on and nurse. And then they never do it again. It's really quite incredible. But this kind of system control is really what works for the human body and happens. So, and then a baby really doesn't have head stability that you're looking for, in the sense because a baby is naturally looking for stimuli. So if there's a sound, you know what I mean, they just are responding. If there's a visual stimuli, they're just responding. And their whole bodies go and their whole bodies go back. They're like little boats in the water. There's no bad touch. There's no bad vision. When the senses are kicking in, they don't know good and they don't know bad. It's just the way that it works. Right? But now when the vision is off, right, that's probably the biggest complication. Because if my taste is off, then I'm not using that to respond to a loud noise. But if my vision is what connects, so if I think of spaghetti, let's say, I might think yums, or I don't. It all depends too on where you're raised. Like Kay's here. I was just in Scotland for the first time, and I've had my haggis and all of that kind of thing, which I did like. I like the neeps, but I didn't like the tatties as much. And the whiskey gravy is wonderful. I didn't have my fried Mars bar, but again, when you're I've been to Bhutan. I don't like buckwheat noodles. I eat them, but that's not a seconds item for me. So. And we have all these things, but if I say these things, I think of the pub that I had them in, you know what I mean? Like a lot of visual stimuli comes back. And this is what's hard with Munchkins, like her son, because he doesn't get the same kind of feedback to his life visually that connects all these memories. And this is where, like for Graham, my son, I used to say, how's school? And school. And I go, well, did you draw today? And we used to joke around. You can tell he's pulling out the filing cabinets, the drawers. You know what I mean? No draw today. That's how I would, I never got like, Mom, guess what I did in school today? I didn't have that kind of thing. So, again, going back to head control, all these things are important because, again, vision is very important. So when a baby's doing tummy time, and I'm just going to go forward like that, then the vision's just not able to kick in. You have a lot of this. Now, I don't know why. Everybody and his mother says, oh, make them stronger, make them stronger. One of the worst things you can do with the baby is prop them. So like I see this, and this is what was happening with the baby. And guys, when your baby has to lift their heads, this is the hardest thing they have to do. Have you planked at the gym lately? You know, when you are actually physically planking, I'm telling you now, even though if you're a very fit person, you can't go past like 2 minutes. It is when you are just going directly above gravity, right? And stay there. This is a really difficult movement to do. So why do we want our 2-day-old baby or a 2-month-old baby to do this? So what it is that they're on the pelvis, almost like they're on a surfboard, and the head should go back and forth. And this is a pre-crawl in tummy time. Their hands will be out more. I need new dolls. And they will just do that. And then they go down to lying, and they go down to lying, and they do this. And they start learning that neutral zone for their heads. But if they, so you'll see a baby, this is, I can't do tummy time or have head movements. You know, or this, they'll still try and push and do that, but the head's not engaging. But again, if I'm visually engaged and I start doing that, right, this is a tummy time that they do this, and then they start learning that head control. How does that happen? That they can go in and out of the position. If I have my baby and I'm propping them like this, I can't get in and out of I'm stuck. I just can't get in and out of the position. And this is where you're going to see the breakdown. And everyone, like I said, will come in, make the baby stronger, make the baby stronger, make the baby stronger. I actually had a therapist once say that for my son to get stronger mouth work for speech, that she's going to put pennies on tongue depressors, almost like little baby barbells, and to do this to strengthen his jaw. I'm like, what? First of all, good luck getting that in his mouth. So, really, folks, you have to look at the organization of tummy time, and the tummy time, what needs to be brought in. You're not meant to skip a milestone. It just can't happen. If you're skipping a milestone, you've got issues with strength, you've got issues with core, you've got issues with all of that. You want core movements. And I'll post a little video up on that I did a long time ago, but I still think is relevant to watch people exercise the way that they do, you know what I mean, versus what a baby can do with their movements. And we really want to be more like babies, but I think we're all forgetting how babies are supposed to be. And people are just thinking, you know, like there's like a rainbow of different milestones that can happen. No, it's pretty simple. And it's the connecting movements that are more the milestones in a sense, through the senses, than it is that you're looking for the actual rote static pose. Thanks.